All right, in this problem, we're asked to graph the line that passes through the point 1, -3, and it has a slope of -1/2. So the first thing we do is plot the point, 1, -3. So x is 1, y is -3 is right there. Now, starting at that point, we look at the slope. Now the slope, let me write this, we could think of the -1/2. We can put the negative in the top. That's the same thing as -1/2. Doesn't matter if the negative is in front, on the top, or the bottom. Yeah. So given that the slope is -1/2, starting at this point, we go down 1 because it's negative, and to the right 2. So I go down 1 and then over 2. 1, 2, lands me right there. Connect the 2 points, and there's our graph. So notice here, instead of looking at it this way, let's say we put the negative in the bottom. Well, starting here, this is saying a +1 change in y means we go up 1. A negative change in x means we go to the left, because going to the left, x is getting smaller. So if I went up 1 and over 2, 1, 2, I still land on the line. It doesn't matter. I get the same graph. So the way I think of this is when you have a negative slope, I always put the negative in the top. It's just what I do. Then, you always, starting at your point, you either go up or down, but this one you always go to the right. If your slope is positive, you go up to the right. If your slope is negative, you go down and to the right. So that's the idea. So let's say we change the problem a little bit. Let's say it goes through the origin. And it has a slope of +2/3. Well, to graph this, we start at the origin, 0, 0. Because this is a +2/3, we start here, we go up 2, 1, 2, over 3, 1, 2, 3. Connect the points, and there's our graph. Now notice, this makes sense. We would expect the line to rise to the right because it's a positive slope. When we had -1/2, notice the graph went down to the right. That's what we would expect because that was a negative slope. So after you graph, just look at the slope. Is it positive or negative? If it's positive, make sure your graph is rising. If it's negative, make sure your graph is falling.